Well, today we bring you part 2 in our series on the Volvo Ocean Race. It pits some of the world's best sailors against each other in the world's toughest waters. We've got a play-by-play of the 7 teams as they fought to be the first to arrive in Cape Town, South Africa. VOA's Carolyn has more.
Epic conditions awaited the Volvo Ocean Race fleet as the 7 teams launched into the North Atlantic for leg 2 of the race, 7,000 nautical miles from Lisbon to Cape Town. It became a test of character as the fleet sailed west, blasting into 30-knot winds and 3-meter ocean swells. Life above and below decks was equally wet. With all teams racing the same design boat, sailors were tested on skill and daring to beat the competition.
Moist. And that's all I could do to describe the last 24 hours. Very moist. Fast and moist.
Leg 1 winners, Vestas, hung on to third but continued to fend off the back 4 of the pack.
It's pretty big waves and steep, so it was pretty challenging.
With the wind forecast to ease, the challenge was to head west to catch the trade winds in search of quick passage. After a week at sea, a 5-way battle developed for the lead, just 20 miles separating the top group. Teams were tested mentally and physically. The doldrums are a notorious area of the Atlantic Ocean where winds die completely and ships can be stranded for weeks. But the fleet made it through at record time with good wind.
Compared to the last race, the doldrums were easy.
Minimizing their mistakes and capitalizing on opportunities, Dongfeng moved up into the lead as the fleet passed over the equator.
I don't know if you noticed there was a bit of a bump when we were sailing along. We just ran over the equator.
After a fast and furious 10 days at sea, the fleet was more than halfway to Cape Town. For a week, Team Brunel and Vestas were locked in a race for third until the Dutch team finally broke the deadlock and set their sights on the leaders.
Got to keep pushing. We've got Matt Frey in our sights, and that's our kind of next target. So we've honed in on them like a heat-seeking missile, and we're going to take them down next.
1 week from the finish, the fleet faced the critical decision of how to navigate the St. Helena High, a high-pressure system in the South Atlantic which blocks the direct route to Cape Town. The lead pack aimed their bows south and west, closest to the Brazilian coast, working around the center of the high in a bid to be first to get to the westerly winds and a fast ride to the finish.
There's been a little bit of a high-pressure ridge, and it's forcing us a little bit further to the west toward Brazil to get around it.
Well, the last 24 hours after Santa Helena High, we took the south as far south as possible and the quickest as possible.
With nearly a week of sailing to go in leg 2 and the breeze on, Mapfree led the charge as the fleet turned their bows toward Cape Town. Carolyn, VOA News.